Yeah, so this is SnapBacks and FlatCaps. This is your host Rob back here. Tristan's not here this week, but I'm joined by a guest. Guest in the place, man like Rob Bruce.
Yes.
Two Robs. Mad.
Two Robs.
Madness. Two Robs. Two Robs. Still best of British type music as well. But for those who don't really know like who you are and whatnot, just give us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us who you are and the rest of it.
Yeah, as Rob said, well, my name is Robert Bruce. I'm a broadcaster, a radio presenter. Currently present at Capital Xtra. So I do the Homegrown show on a Saturday, which is all UK music and interviews and all of that. And Monday to Thursday, I do the evening show, 7 till 10 p.m. as well. Yeah. So that's generally me.
Yeah, you do some good interviews. You get some great guests as well, man.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, D Block Europe, which I've seen. Stormzy one, which they made Stormzy and Mean. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Like, but
yeah, he just used that in his tour promo. He did a tour promo video and he used bits from that interview.
Oh, sick.
That was really cool. Yeah,
because that one went around, and that's another thing. You see a lot of your interviews, they get shared around quite a bit. Yeah, so I see him on like Link Up and Grime Daily and like everywhere, like the Made You Think blog.
Yeah,
they get shared a lot, man. They're good watches. You know what it is because some interviewers, well, I'm being critical because I'm an interviewer, right, and you're an interviewer, but for me, I think that some interviewers don't know how to either let the guest speak or their questions lack substance or enthusiasm. But don't worry, I'm not building it to say that. Be good. But yours aren't that. Like, you let them speak and you let them flow, and then you ask them questions in a way which isn't very much like, okay, so tell us, how long have you been doing music? How long do you know what I mean? Like generic. Mm-hmm. They're not like that, man. They're good.
Thank you very much.
I think it's hard, man. Shit, but
No, I think interviewing can be hard, especially with the people, say the artists I've interviewed. Most of them, for the first year to year and a half, was the first ever time that I met them as well.
Okay.
So it's like you got to meet someone for the first time. You got to do a good interview, and you got to make them feel comfortable as well. Yeah. So interviewing is quite difficult sometimes, you know. Sometimes, but I always say, the less I speak in my interviews, the better. Yeah. Because you're not here for me. You're here for the other person, sort of thing. Yeah. So that's how I try and do it, man.
I think with me, I like to just let them feel like we're having a conversation. Yeah. As opposed to making it a bit like, oh, so tell me X, Y, and Z. I want you to tell me, like what you're saying. I want them to just speak and just be free.
But then even within that, having a conversation sometimes, like you can watch an interview and they've had a wicked chat, but you come away not getting anything from it as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you find the balance of
doing both?
Yeah, of being a journalist as such, because that's like what I'm trained as, but then also just being a normal human being. Yeah, like you have a conversation. But
have you ever had a non-talker, like someone who's just not in the mood?
All the time. I think, like, especially with musicians, people expect them to be as outgoing as their music, but I feel like your personality and the music you do, sometimes it's intertwined, but for some people they're like not the complete opposite, but they're not necessarily
as outrageous or
as outgoing as what their music is like, which I think is fine. So I never take it personally, man.
Yeah. And you had Fecky as well. Fecky's cool, man.
Fecky's
a cool brother. I've met with him a couple of times.
He's just like, I think the space he's in now, and when I met him, that was the first time I met him as well. But he's just like warm. If you gravitate towards him, sort of thing.
I get that, yeah.
And that's inspiring to be around.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, man, they're good interviews, and like, you're really about this life, man. You're really about, that's the best way to describe it. You're really about this kind of supporting UK, because a lot of the music you play, like I play as well, but then even Homegrown, the concept, and like you did the Homegrown live recently and stuff, it's just the idea of it and what it represents is big. And especially since it didn't happen when everything started blowing, it kind of grew. And then from there, so you were having people on before they became like H, before they became or whatever, you know, artists like that. He's just crazy, man. Have you met H? Have you worked with H before?
H a few times.
I think at some festivals, right?
Festivals, Homegrown live, and in the studio as well. He's another guy, just so super cool.
His come up is crazy though, huh?
Yeah, but he's been rapping for a long time. Do you know what I mean? He's been rapping for a long time, and I feel like what I like about H is he's super confident because he knows how talented he is. So it's on that edge of,
but not in like a
not in an arrogant way.
For sure.
But I feel like with all superstars, there has to be a slight element of arrogance. You know what I mean? Because you think you're the best. Some people know you're the best. Like, there's got to be that edge, but you can't let that make you feel like you're better than anyone in life, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But you have to have confidence in your craft.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Really. Yeah, man. It's kind of mad. Yeah. I'm just thinking as well, like, you do a lot, man. You do a lot. This interview thing, man. There's only there's so many people who interview artists or interview talent, I should say, but some of them they aren't really like, I don't know, bro.
You're not feeling it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just you know what it is, like, sometimes I just don't buy into them, innit? There's some people who, like, I fully respect, like Rebecca Judd. Yeah, fully respect her work, man. Her work ethic is hard, and just like how she comes, you could tell she's 100% authentic. That's her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then obviously the relationship she has with the artists and stuff. Yeah, she's just great. Great at this game, man, for sure. But some, I see it and I'm all like, do you really know what you're doing? Do you really know what you're doing? What don't you like? No, just like, you know, like, I'm an influencer, but I want to, and I'm a model, but I want to present because people said I can have a conversation with someone. I'm like, it's kind of a bit more to it than that. And then you go on their gram, and their gram's just all pictures of them. Yeah. So I'm like, even you're not taking this seriously. So how am I going to take you seriously? You know?
I think it's just the game that we're in. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's journey is different. Everyone's path's different. Yeah, as I say, it's just the environment that we're in, man.
It's mad, bro.
What can you do?
It's mad. I know, it is a lot.
But everyone's got their hustles, you know what I mean? Everyone's got their hustles.
Yeah, I respect the hustles, but you need to not show me personally, but like, you only show social media necessarily, but you need to be strong in your belief in what you want to do, and if that's multiple things, then you should be demonstrating it. Do you know what I mean? In those environments, in real life environments, and to a lesser sense, social media, right? Because if you can't tell me like if you go on your page on your Insta, you can tell what you do. Do you know what I'm saying? Your bio isn't like, I don't know, just like but a million one things and then bare emojis. It's like presenter, interviewer, this is what my show is. And then you get your snippets up and your photos. And, do you know what I mean? It's all very... Yeah, some people don't know what they're doing, bro. That's all I'm saying with that. Because I'm gonna go wild on that. And I've gone wild on this before, so I'm just trying to just be easy. I say that, no, because I've been doing this for a long time. So obviously, I don't want the craft undermined, you know?
Yeah, and this is another thing that I think a lot of people struggle with. Because there's not a lot of opportunities in this sort of... field sort of thing, so it can make people feel as though those people who do get the opportunities need to really care, sort of thing. And I feel like with what I do, that's the main thing above everything, not like views or numbers or anything. It's just the care behind what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to achieve, and it's way bigger than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a small piece
to the puzzle.
In this puzzle. Even seeing like UK artists do big shows and stuff like that, I just want to be a small little piece in that journey. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like I want UK culture to be worldwide, like the way we see how Top Boy has gone absolutely everywhere, and Blue Story absolutely everywhere. Rapman's going to America now. Like, there is so much goodness in the UK, if that makes sense. So much talent, so many people that are not seen, not looked upon. Maybe they don't get their foot in the door because they haven't got access to certain industries and stuff like that. But all that we do in terms of creating content, speaking to artists, speaking to actors, telling people stories, it builds into this bigger picture, for me anyway, of a UK world takeover sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because we influence a lot across the world.
Now we are, more than ever.
Yeah, now more than ever, for being such a small place. And I remember growing up, like, I never really identified with America too much. Okay. Do you know what I mean? So like, I've always identified with the UK and then roots back home in Ghana or Africa or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really look to America so much. So UK is what I know, like, this is what I think is great. When I speak to musicians and stuff, it's just a shame because it's so small. Everyone's quite accessible, but these are my celebrities sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, just to be a small piece in that puzzle to move that journey along, that's what we're trying to do, man.
Yeah, and push it forward. And I feel like prior to this, it was more about the Americans. Yeah. It was more about like even us taking influence from them, and just what the UK artists are achieving is just unfathomable. You know what I mean? It's just crazy in the sense of where they're taking it.
Yeah.
Like Stormzy has just got his tour coming up, right? Worldwide tour.
World tour, multiple dates at the O2.
Yeah. Like
Adding more,
we were
like,
literally just talking about that, about who sold out, because Captain Conan sold out the O2. But then we was thinking about who could sell out the O2 apart from like Captain Conan and a few others, because we know D Block sold out Ali Pali
twice.
Yeah.
So did AJ Tracy.
Yeah, and AJ Tracy did, as well. So we're just thinking who has that kind of magnitude to do that.
Who else would you put on the list?
Skepta.
Yeah, that's the first one that was in my mind.
Yeah. I was initially going to say Mo Stack, but I don't think so yet.
Yeah.
I think maybe, but not yet. Do you know what I mean? But definitely Skepta. Potentially, not now, but at a later stage, maybe Nath Smalls.
Yeah.
Like, potentially. Who else we got? What do you reckon? Who you got?
I think Dave can do it as well.
Yeah, Dave.
I reckon Gigs can do it.
Gigs did Wembley the other day, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Did you go? Yeah.
Amazing. Me and my friend.
Who did he bring out?
Best time. Oh, a lot of people. So the way he did it was just so sick. Like, I think because Gigs is UK rap heritage, right? He influenced a lot. So growing up, you've grown up with Giggs' music in one way or another. He brought out Kano, Wretch, Mr. Easy, Kai's, Dubs, because they did Pain in the Essence. Who else came out? Wretch 3-2. I don't want to miss anyone off the list.
You said Kano, innit?
Yeah, I said Kano.
Kano, which you said.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. A lot of people opened for him as well. Miss Banks was there, Ambush was there. I see Tiny Bruce, I see Lethal B on stage at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen Lethal Bizzle, and I
yeah.
knew he'd bring out Tiny, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because since he's come back and
But that was an amazing show. I just want to put that out there. In 2019, the Gigs headline show was an amazing show, right?
Yeah. What made it amazing?
Like, I've been talking to people. I don't know. Maybe just the personal connections to it, because I don't know. I've seen Gigs a couple of times, but I don't know if it was just the set, the way how he did it, the production looked good. Everyone was having a good time. Like, normally sometimes when you go to shows, just people on the floor are having a good time, and maybe like halfway towards the front. But this is what I say, all the way around Wembley, it was just a vibe. Like, it was just a vibe, and it was nice to see new fans mixing with old fans. And when he did older stuff, you seen who's reacting. It was just a good show, man. Well put together.
Man, like the Hollow, man, the landlord in the place, man. Jesus. I want to see him. Actually, I should need to go to more shows. I mean, the last show I went to was John Legend in the O2.
Oh no,
like JL, that was cold. That was so cold.
My mum wanted to go to that. I could even
so cold. I went with my missus.
Yeah,
she loved it. It was just dope.
Sick.
It's just like, you know, some people just. I remember as well, because I think last time he went there, he was opening for Kanye West, and no one was like, and that was when no one knew who he was.
For real.
So it was a long time ago, and they're like, oh, now he's. You know,
there
was quite a few empty seats though. To be fair, there's quite a few empty ones, but you know.
How did they promote it? Well, like.
Well, not as heavily as I seen personally.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but it was good, and I need to get out more and go to more concerts. But I'm just busy, man.
Yeah.
I'm really busy trying to juggle everything.
It's life.
And I'm getting married next year as well. So
no way.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh yeah.
No, I never knew.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
End of May, man. Thanks. End of May.
Wow.
So
what was that whole journey? What's that story? How did that happen?
Getting engaged or getting married?
Engaged,
you know what it is, yeah. You're not engaged. Obviously.
No.
I know you got misses and stuff. I did see something on a tweet about the surprise and the
nails and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Was that bad of me though?
No. But it's just like. Why have you had conversations about that?
Yeah, but we got like plans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't. Like, I don't know, unless it was just she thought I was being mad spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like, we got plans and stuff. But sometimes you just treat your girl, get your nose stuff, blah blah. But I don't think she was 100% serious. But you know, when you have a thought in your mind, it could happen. Yeah. But yeah, tell me about your.
It was
journey.
We've been together for a while. We've been together for like 3.5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, man. You know what it is. You'll probably seen it yourself. You'll meet someone, yeah, And everyone's like, oh, like, how can you... It's okay, let me see how I can describe it. Because I can be mad blunt.
Yeah,
so I don't want to be too blunt. Because they're already hounding me on this. So... It's all good when everything's all good, innit? When you're dating and stuff and you're seeing people and whatever. But, you know, I think... How can I describe it? I feel like that Stormzy meme now. I know. Let me think how I can put it. Basically, when you meet someone who's like that and is like the full package, like you're not bothered about the other stuff, but you can't. The mistake that girls make and women make, I believe anyway, in this kind of thing, sometimes they think they can get a man to do something, or like what they want might not be what a man wants, innit? But they convinced they can either like change his mind or like warm him to it. Like it don't work like that. Like for real, it's proper about if a man wants to do something, he will. So like I hear situations of like people dating or whatever, or even my own personal experience, and you think they just think it's so hard to describe, but basically they just think that, oh, like because I want it, he doesn't want it, but oh, like I can change his mind or whatever. Like I'll give you an example which I always use. I've got a friend and he was with someone and she wanted to get married and he didn't, and he told her straight away he didn't want, not straight away, but he told her, I don't want to get married, I don't want to get married to you as well. He said like to her really specifically, not, do you know what I mean? It's not like he hates the idea of marriage.
So why are they together?
He don't want to marry, well, he's told her now. And so we were at a wedding before and someone made a comment about, oh, when you guys get married or whatever, and he's like, I don't want to get married, I already told her. And she's standing right there, you know.
Really?
Yeah. But me, in that situation, I feel like it's not his fault, it's hers, because he's told her
already,
and she hasn't.
It's all about communicating expectations, isn't it?
Yeah, and so if she doesn't want what he wants or whatever, you right? So, but this is the thing, the key thing is that he's not saying he never wants to get married to anyone, he just don't want to get married to her. So I'm not saying the problem
is... So how does she take that? Are they still together?
No, but they stayed together long after that conversation was had.
So then what was her thinking in that? Or
I don't know, but I think she thinks that
she could have changed
his mind. But then what happens? You change his mind, and then he later on down the line he's like, oh, I only got married because you wanted us to get married. It has to come from your heart, your core, you know. So for me, some people say to me, oh, it's crazy getting married. Oh, so big commitment, and I'm like, it's not as much as having a child, but some people think having a child is less of a commitment than getting married. Which is that always confused me. Because surely now, worst case scenario, if you get married, you can always get divorced. Obviously, no one goes in to get divorced, but and then you could never see that person again. But if you have a child with someone, you'll never not be free of that person.
Like, connected to the person.
So what's a bigger commitment?
Having a child, for sure. Like bringing someone into this world, they're your responsibility for until they're able to fend for themselves, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So I guess, so are you saying that it's a big commitment, but there's bigger commitments in relationship?
It's a big commitment, but I don't think it's a big commitment because I'm sure. Some people aren't sure. Do you know what I mean? And no one would ever have. I would never do something that I didn't want to do. Like if I didn't want to marry her, or I wasn't interested in getting engaged or anything like that. Like I don't really like. Now I should say I don't really like leading people on. Prior, I can't really discuss too much on that. But obviously, like I think, you know, if you love someone and you care for someone, you should be honest with them about stuff which is obviously going to affect their life and their time. You know, so it's going to be lit, man. Like Ironix on the decks.
No way.
Yeah, it's going.
Can I ask you about your wedding, please? Are you in planning process?
Like semi-planning.
Have you got caught up in looking at the types of weddings that people do these days in terms of like the videos and stuff like that?
No, but I've gone to a lot of my friends are Indian, so I've gone to their weddings, and their weddings are big, right?
Yeah.
But we already know it's not going to be a big wedding. We were both clear on that, and I think that as of yet she hasn't turned into a bridezilla as of yet, but it's still early, so we'll see. But I think I've taken my responsibility is going to be music and entertainment and like videography and like anything electrical. That's my department. And do you know what I mean? And that's it. And then obviously making sure the man them turn up and don't cause no problems. So we'll see how that one goes. So it's good, man. I'm kind of enjoying it still. But catch me in a year when I'm like, this is very long, bro. This is very long.
But there's ups and downs to all relationships.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah,
you just
man.
gotta ride them, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, you learn lessons as you go, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've learned some. You spoke to some interesting people, man. You must have learned one or two lessons or advice from them.
So much from like, especially the artists that I've interviewed. It's always weird because like there's always different levels of relationship you have with the artist beforehand. Okay. So when I first started interviewing, I hadn't met most of the people I've interviewed. Is the first ever time I've met them when they've come through that door, sort of thing. But then there's some people you've been listening to their music for years. There's other artists that have just popped up in the past year and they've just become famous, and it's like, ooh, you just become famous and we're doing this conversation, sort of thing. And then again, there's other people that you've been aware of their music but you haven't really been a fan like that. So yeah, it's always...
Does that influence your question? If you're not a genuine fan, can you sit there and have an interview with someone and really be like, yeah, tell me what's going on, tell me on the project? Can you be like that?
I think you can. I feel like people forget the fundamentals of interviewing is journalism. So it's like, if you're a journalist and you get sent on a job to speak to someone you've never spoken to before, you have to come back with the information, sort of thing.
Right, yeah.
But it's all in the research. So for example, I had a Kano interview the other day and I listened back to all of his projects before that interview. And although we didn't talk about all of them, it's like, I've seen your journey musically, sort of thing, you know what I mean? So you got to research well. I feel like some people go into interviews doing social media research and they look at like headlines and what people have been caught up in recently and stuff like that, and that's like the basis for the conversation. But there's so much more, especially with artists. Like, they put their life out there, do you know what I mean? Most of us won't want people to have like a
open access
microscopic view on our life, do you know what I mean? We just like to live our life, do our thing, and then keep it moving. As a musician, they put themselves out there, there's no escaping it, sort of thing. Even footballers, they're a bit more lucky because they can sort of separate their lives from the football, do you know what I mean? Musicians, it's harder. So yeah, you really got to take the time to research before you're going into an interview, and then you go in and see what you can find out, and you learn better stuff. You learn a lot, man.
Who's the wisest you've interviewed?
The wisest I've interviewed,
because I've got someone in my head who I think...
You're thinking Retch too.
Yeah,
I know you're thinking Retch. Retch is...
I suppose because he's seen a lot as well.
Yeah, exactly, and it depends how long you've been around for, do you know what I mean? So Retch, anyone that's been around for a long time, so like Lethal, Retch, Gets, Kano, who else I've interviewed that's been around for a while? Who else? I can't remember.
Gets, Lethal, Bizzle, Kano, D-Double?
I haven't interviewed D-Double, not yet. No. But anyone that's been around for a while, they're gonna come with
knowledge,
an element of knowledge and wisdom, just because they know the game so well. But Retch definitely is, and I think I learned from him that whatever you do, you really have to care about the craft. Like I was saying it from before, it's more than just reaching one goal, sort of thing. Like he cares about his craft. I'm even reading his book at the moment.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, is it good?
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
looking
good.
for something
And
he
just sort of breaks down his thought processes and stuff, and it shows you the level you can go to achieve excellence, if that makes sense. And life is all about learning, so if you know that's a level that can be tapped into, it might push you in your life to go and reach that sort of thing.